Привет everyone! Now I'm recording my first video vlog, and today I'm gonna show you this. What the fuck it was? Oops. But let's start from the beginning. Since this is the first time I'm recording a video in this format on this channel, let's get to know each other a little better. My name is 𝗵𝗶𝗱𝗱𝗲 and I have been doing sound design for videos and games for 10 years. I run my own blog on Instagram and I also teach people sound design and how to work successfully on the Upwork freelance platform. I will leave all the relevant links in the description below this video. Also, I want to mention that I have hidden a little gift for you in this video, but I'm not going to say where. So watch the video carefully until the end so you don't miss it. So, I've been planning to record the sounds of fire and pyrotechnics for quite some time, but this idea is not easy to implement and it requires a lot of money, props, and the appropriate equipment to record such sounds with high quality. And then one day I realized that now I had everything I needed to finally bring my idea to life. I started by planning what exactly I wanted to record. I found a local pyrotechnics store in Valencia, reviewed their catalog, and then started searching YouTube to hear how all these different firecrackers sound and choose the most interesting ones. Only after that I go to the store and make my purchase. Then I took care of creating the so-called fireball. For this I needed the following: Kevlar rope. I have a diameter of 25 millimeters, galvanized metal wire mesh, metal rings for fastening, metal safety cables, and fireproof rope to ensure everything was safe. I measured out the Kevlar rope to make the fireball about the size of a basketball and cut it into equal pieces. Then I started to wrap my rope with wire mesh. And here came the first problem. Because the mesh turned out to be too fine, when I bent the rope, the mesh simply started to break. I learned my lesson and without hesitation ordered a mesh with a larger weave. Then I repeated the process for the first and second parts of my future fireball. I fastened these two pieces together in this position. Next, I attached a metal cable and a fireproof rope. Then I took care of preparing my technical setup. In order not to mess up during the actual recording, I checked all the microphones and wires at home ahead of time, charged the batteries, and prepared memory cards. Then there was a very long search for a suitable location. But there is no fence. It is also worth noting that if you decide to record something like this, you will most likely need to obtain a permission from the local council near the place where you decide to record the audio. Oh my god, finally! We spent more than 3 hours trying to find the right location, because most of them were looking very nice on the map, but when you come in there, you see a big fence or huge sign that you're not allowed to come in. And we were like, okay, again, one more private area. But after 3 hours, we found this place, and this is just perfect. First of all, we were looking for something with flat terrain and without any dry grass or something, because we're gonna use fire, and we found exactly this place. I have a company. Hello, Curious. What kind of equipment I'm using today? I'm using Tascam Portacapture X8. I have connected two ultrasound microphones, 𝗵𝗶𝗱𝗱𝗍𝗶 Ultra XLR with wind protection. In this channel I have connected shotgun Rode NTG5 as well with wind protection. Also I'm using Zoom VR recorder and these headphones for monitoring. The distance between the explosion and the microphone we're gonna test first. The radius of the certain petarda, and then the closest and the safest position I'm gonna put the microphone, yeah? So basically I'm gonna locate them around the explosion, like this, approximately. Maybe further away, maybe closer if it's small petarda. What do we have here? $100 missiles. How it's gonna work? We will figure it out. Some screaming thingies. 𝗀𝗛𝗆𝗃. It's gonna be loud. A few of cuckoo. I hope this one's gonna scream like crazy. Nuclear bombs. And as well we have this thing which calls ignition? Fuse. And of course this. Okay, I had to move the microphones 100 times and change the gain levels even more often because these are very, very loud and unpredictable sounds. But the experience was incredibly interesting. What the fuck it was? Nice. And now it's time for the promised gift. On the screen you can see a promo code for a 10% discount. Be sure to save it, and at the end of the video you will find out where you can use it. And as well, don't forget to like and comment on this video. Your support and activity are really important to me. So let's continue. Now we're gonna launch a screaming cracker. Let's see how it's gonna be. It's super windy today, not very comfortable, but we have what we have. Now we're gonna try to launch 𝗀𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗃 number 16. This one should fly. Why it didn't fly? Wait. Right here. Let's make some fire. I decided to start with a small fire swing torch along with this liquid, which is called fire water. Can you increase the gain here? Okay, perfect, thank you. Let's try again. Thank you. Let's try the big boy. Next, it was time for fireball recording. So I prepared a bath of fire water for it and got down to business. Can you remove the headphones? I'm not gonna use them. It's too dangerous. The sounds are incredible, but I must know that this type of audio recording is quite dangerous, and if you decide to do it, please be sure to take safety precautions. Have a fire extinguisher and a blanket on hand to extinguish the fire, and be sure to use fireproof gloves and protective glasses. And of course, don't wear any clothing that can easily catch fire. Do not do this at home or in places where there is dry grass. Okay, careful. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention another detail. To prevent this from happening, oops, check the material of the mounting ring, because mine simply melted as a result. Once we had recorded all the planned sounds, it was time for unplanned ones. Since this location had a pile of stones, I simply couldn't pass it by. And, of course, I had to record the sound of this small river. Muscles getting bigger. Later, I will collect all these files into structured sound effects, write audio metadata for them, and compile them into ready-to-sale audio library, which I will upload to various sales platforms. In fact, I want to note that creating and selling audio libraries can become both a passive and quite active source of income for you. And for this, it is not necessary to record only complex, super difficult sounds or to have a huge set of audio equipment for recording. To get started, all you need is a simple, around $100 recorder like this one, and creative syncing. Of course, in practice, there are certain rules. For example, who exactly are you creating these sounds for, which means who is your target audience, which file format to choose, which sample rate, how to properly clean and edit the audio material, what the folder structure should be, how to name audio files, how to fill in audio metadata according to universal category system, how to make previews, how to design a product cover, and many other things. If you need help with all these things, I would be happy to invite you to my training course, which is dedicated to creating and selling sound effects. In this training course, I have collected everything I would have liked to know when I was just starting out. It includes practical lectures, presentations, step-by-step pipelines, templates, and design examples. This program also includes an option for one-on-one mentorship, where I personally guide you through every step of the process, review all your homeworks, and provide individual consultations for any questions you may have. In addition to my own experience, this course also features guest speakers such as Brett Beaumont, who worked on the Arcane series, and Bastian Gerner, who worked on games such as Assassin's Creed, the movie Avatar, and other major projects. After completing this training program, you will receive a unique certificate that can be verified using a QR code and added to LinkedIn and other social networks. Another nice bonus is free annual access to the Soundly program, which essentially means you can save around $240. And if you're already familiar with sound design, then you know for sure that Soundly is simply must-have tool for your work. I would also like to note that this course is available in 2 languages. English, and Ukrainian. And all the corresponding links can be found in the description below. And those who watch this video carefully received a promo code for a 10% discount that can be applied to any price plan for this training course. So yeah, this was my little fire experiment. Honestly, moments like this are exactly why I love sound design so much. You take a crazy idea, build something with your hands, go outside, press record, and suddenly you capture unique and just amazing sounds. And later those sounds can turn into real projects, real audio libraries, and even real income. If this kind of process excites you too, you are definitely in the right place. And thanks for watching till the end. Press the subscribe button if you want to see more behind the scenes recording like this and sound design tips. And see you in the next video.